Hey, I'm Eric Ledermann, and this is Faith and Coffee. It's been said that every day is the first day of the rest of your life. And while technically that's true, one thing we often don't think about when we talk about new beginnings is the past. So grab your coffee and make sure you subscribe to this channel. It's been a while since I've been here. I've been on hiatus finishing up my Doctor of Ministry thesis and, well, graduating. Yay! The whole doctor thing didn't really last long at church. We have a lot of PhDs here, so calling everyone doctor all the time would be like riding on a never-ending doctor merry-go-round.
Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor.
And doctor.
My original hope for earning this degree was to help me focus on God's presence in the everyday, and maybe invite others to consider the practical intersections of everyday life in our religious faith. Now, I've spent some time these past several months really thinking about that. I have a friend and former colleague who does a great job at that in his blog, so I invite you to check out the Reverend Rocky Suppinger from Fourth Church in Chicago at his blog at yorocco.com. Now, as I thought about what I wanted to do in this new season, the idea of new beginnings came to mind. Now, we talk about starting over sometimes in friendships or maybe with work or school, but new beginnings are not the same thing as a do-over. There's no such thing as a do-over. New beginnings are about trying again, but always with the memory of what happened before. We don't start a new school year without thinking about what we did the year before or the year before that. I remember every year in junior high and in high school telling myself, and sometimes I would even tell my parents, that I was really going to buckle down. I was really going to do better this year. About 5 or 6 weeks in, the homework and the reading assignments started piling up, and I found myself in the same place I was before. I knew what I needed to do, but I just couldn't muster the motivation to actually make the changes to do well in school. So I struggled. I continued to do mediocre work. I continued to cram and wait to the last minute. I couldn't have a do-over of 9th grade, and even if I repeated the grade, that would follow me. What I needed to do was learn from my past, which I was evidently having a hard time doing. So what has this taught me over the years? Well, there are definitely no such thing as do-overs. But there is such a thing as grace. There is such a thing as new beginnings, but always with the dust of our past staring at us through the rearview mirror. We can forgive, even ourselves, but we cannot forget. When we read the Bible, what we're reading is a series of new beginnings over and over again. God makes covenants with Noah and then Abraham and then Isaac and then Jacob, and each time the people somehow mess up. They take God's grace for granted, or they just flat out reject God and go their own way. And each time, God stays with them on that wild and windy trail, whispering words of encouragement and love, until they can finally hear and then turn back to see that God never actually left them, and another new beginning begins. I was once told that a mistake is only a mistake when we don't learn something from it. I hope never to stop learning from so-called mistakes. So tell me about one of your new beginnings in the comments below, or you can email me at eric@faithandcoffee.com. What have you learned from the past that has helped shape your new beginnings or your present, or even helped shape your vision of the future? I look forward to hearing from you. Now in September is the time when everybody starts to come back. They go back to work, they go back to school. How is this year going to be different? I don't know. You tell me. What might God be whispering to you along the way? How is this year going to be different for you? We have a lot to talk about. See you next time. Blah.